Imagine stepping back in time to the dawn of the 20th century. The year is 1900. Queen Victoria still reigns in England, and the Wright brothers are just beginning to dream of flight. Life moves at a different pace, a world away from our digital age. It's a world illuminated by gaslight, where horses outnumber cars and news travels by word of mouth. This is a glimpse into the everyday lives of people who lived a century ago. The world of 1900 was a time of great change and innovation. The Industrial Revolution was in full swing, transforming societies and landscapes. Cities were burgeoning, drawing people from rural areas with the promise of work and opportunity. Yet life remained challenging for many, with poverty, disease and social disparities casting long shadows. Despite the hardships, this era possessed a certain charm and simplicity. Communities were closely knit, bound by shared experiences and traditions. Family and faith played central roles in people's lives, offering solace and support in an uncertain world. Life may have been simpler, but it was by no means easy. Join us as we delve into the specifics of this bygone era, exploring the homes they lived in, the celebrations they cherished, and the music that filled their days. Through these windows into the past, we can gain a deeper appreciation for how far we've come and the enduring legacy of those who came before us. The year 1900 marked a pivotal moment in the history of childbirth. For centuries, giving birth was a domestic affair, taking place in the familiar surroundings of a woman's home. Midwives, often experienced older women in the community, played a vital role in assisting mothers and delivering babies. These women possessed generations of knowledge passed down through oral traditions, providing comfort and practical care during labor and delivery. However, the turn of the century saw the gradual rise of hospitals as centers for medical care, including childbirth. Advances in medical science, such as antiseptic techniques and anesthesia, made hospitals increasingly appealing, particularly for women with access to these resources. Childbirth, though still risky, was becoming safer with these advancements. Yet, for many working-class families and those in rural areas, home births remained the norm. Hospitals were often inaccessible or unaffordable, and traditional practices continued to hold sway. The decision of where to give birth was often dictated by socio-economic circumstances and geographic location. The shift from home to hospital births was a gradual process, unfolding over decades. It reflects a broader trend of medicalization in society, where professional expertise increasingly replaced traditional practices. This period marked a turning point in how we approach childbirth, with implications that continue to shape our healthcare system today. The homes of the early 1900s varied dramatically depending on social class and location. For the affluent, grand Victorian houses stood as symbols of prosperity and refinement. These stately homes, often featuring intricate details, spacious rooms, and modern amenities for the time, reflected the opulence of the era's elite. Inside these Victorian homes, servants bustled about, tending to the needs of the family. Life upstairs and downstairs was a world apart, with strict social hierarchies dictating interactions between employers and their domestic staff. In stark contrast, the urban poor crowded into cramped, often unsanitary tenements. These multi-story buildings, cheaply constructed and poorly maintained, housed a large number of families in close quarters. Lack of proper ventilation, sanitation and overcrowding contributed to widespread health problems among tenement dwellers. Life in these tenements was a far cry from the comfort and grandeur of their Victorian counterparts. Families often shared small, dimly lit rooms, and access to basic necessities like clean water and toilets was limited. Yet, despite the challenges, a strong sense of community often flourished within these shared spaces. One intriguing aspect of childhood in the 1900s was the prevalence of specific neckwear. Children, regardless of gender, were often dressed in white dresses with frilly collars. These outfits, while seemingly impractical by today's standards, served both practical and symbolic purposes. The white color of the clothing signified purity and innocence, reflecting societal views of childhood at the time. The delicate fabrics and intricate details also marked a stark contrast to the more practical, somber attire worn by adults. From a practical standpoint, the white dresses and collars were easy to wash and bleach, essential in an era when hygiene and sanitation were paramount. The frills and embellishments, while decorative, also served to disguise stains and spills, common occurrences in the lives of active children. Joyous occasions like weddings and holidays offered moments of respite and celebration in the lives of people living in the 1900s. Weddings, in particular, were grand affairs, steeped in tradition and symbolism. For the wealthy, these celebrations were elaborate displays of wealth and social standing. Wedding gowns were often meticulously crafted, passed down through generations as treasured heirlooms. Guests would arrive in their finest attire, eager to partake in the festivities. These celebrations served not only to unite two individuals, but also to solidify social ties and alliances between families. Holidays, too, held special significance. Christmas, Easter, and Thanksgiving provided opportunities for families and communities to come together. Homes were adorned with festive decorations, and traditional foods filled the air with enticing aromas. These celebrations offered a welcome break from the daily grind, a chance to connect with loved ones and create lasting memories. Section 6. The ties that bind: courtship, marriage, and family life. Courtship in the 1900s was a far cry from the casual dating norms of today. Strict social conventions dictated interactions between unmarried men and women. Chaperoned visits, formal introductions, and courtship rituals were the norm, particularly among the upper classes. Marriage was often seen as a pragmatic partnership, a union intended to secure social standing and economic stability. Romantic love, while not unheard of, played a less central role in these arrangements. Women were expected to be dutiful wives and mothers, while men bore the responsibility of providing for their families. Family size in the 1900s tended to be larger than what we're accustomed to today. Children, often numerous, were seen as both a blessing and a source of labor. Families often relied on the contributions of all members to make ends meet. Section 7. Melodies of a bygone era. The soundscape of the 1900s. The music of the early 1900s reflected the diverse influences shaping society at the time. Ragtime, with its syncopated rhythms and upbeat tempos, captured the energy and optimism of a rapidly changing world. The piano emerged as a popular instrument, gracing homes and public spaces alike. Opera houses drew large crowds, offering a glimpse into the world of high culture and entertainment. For those seeking solace and spiritual uplift, gospel music provided comfort and inspiration. Street musicians filled the air with lively tunes, creating a vibrant soundscape that reflected the pulse of the city. The advent of the phonograph brought music into people's homes in a way never before possible. This groundbreaking invention allowed families to enjoy their favorite artists and songs at their leisure, forever changing how we consume and experience music. Section 8. The enduring legacy: how the 1900s shaped our world. The early 1900s was a period of immense transformation, laying the groundwork for the world we live in today. Advances in medicine, technology, and social norms reshaped the fabric of society, leaving an indelible mark on future generations. From the rise of hospitals to the changing dynamics of family life, the echoes of this era can still be felt in our modern world. The challenges and triumphs of this bygone era offer valuable lessons for us today. They remind us of the importance of social progress, the power of human resilience, and the enduring nature of the human spirit. As we navigate the complexities of our own time, it's essential to remember the struggles and achievements of those who came before us, for their stories illuminate our own. Section 9. A final thought. Appreciating the past, embracing the present. As we conclude our journey back to the early 1900s, we're left with a sense of awe and gratitude. Awe at the ingenuity, resilience, and spirit of those who navigated a rapidly changing world. Gratitude for the sacrifices they made and the legacy they left behind. While we may marvel at the stark differences between their lives and ours, it's essential to remember that we are all connected by the threads of history. Their stories are our stories, their struggles our struggles, their triumphs our triumphs. By understanding the past, we gain a deeper appreciation for the present and a clearer vision for the future. Let us carry forward the lessons learned, embrace the opportunities that lie ahead, and strive to create a world worthy of the sacrifices made by those who came before us.